relocating for a new job? It's a very exciting time, isn't it? You have a new job, hopefully it's a promotion. You're moving to a new city. It's a lot to think about. It's a lot of excitement, and it can be a challenge. There's also a lot to do. How are you going to do it all? You need a move plan, and that's what we're talking about today, and we're starting right now.
I'm Sherri Green with Coldwell Banker. Welcome to my YouTube channel that guides home sellers and home buyers in Washington, D.C. and Northern Virginia.
So you're moving to a new state, you've got a job, you're being relocated. It's such an exciting adventure, and you need what I call a move plan to stay organized. In this video, I'm going to outline the entire move plan that you need to think. It's a very broad stroke move plan. You'll have details underneath it that will make it helpful for you. So as a bonus to this video, I've created an entire relocation move plan that you can download. Check the comments and you'll find the link where you can download that there. Print that out or use it on your computer, however it's easiest for you, and use it as a guide as you go through to prepare for your move, your relocation. My first tip is to research the area and your employer. And I want to start with the employer actually, because there are employers who offer relocation benefits to their new hires. You want to check with the HR director at the company that you are being relocated to and see if there are any benefits available to you. Now, what does that mean? What kind of benefits could there be? With some positions, there's a full relocation package. The employer helps you sell the house you currently live in. They help you pack and move to your new location, and they cover the expenses. It's a pretty amazing deal. The other type of relocation package could be a direct reimbursement. The expenses that you have incurred to move, the expenses you've incurred to sell, or the expenses you've incurred to purchase a new house. And there could be a variety of other benefits as well. Have a discussion with your HR director and see if there are benefits that come along with your relocation package. I'm actually a relocation specialist in Washington, D.C. and Northern Virginia. I actually help people do just that. I'm one of the benefits that they get from their employer. I either help them sell their current house as they move, or I help them move in to their new city. So check with your relocation director, your HR director, and see if there are benefits that you should take advantage of based on your relocation package. Next, you want to research the area, and that can be done typically with a trip to your new location, but you may not be able to do that. The clock may be ticking, you just may not have time, you may still be finishing up your job here, and it just may not work out for you to travel there. If it doesn't, you can easily find a lot of research online. So start there, and here's how. Here's my pro tip. Create a folder on your computer or create a binder for your move. In that folder or binder, create categories of the things that are important to you. Here are some examples. Utility companies, schools, art galleries, retail, restaurants, grocery stores, community events, community volunteer activities, places of worship. Anything that makes sense for your life, create a category for it, and as you go to research and you find a nugget of information, tuck it in that folder or print it out and tuck it in that binder. Make bookmarks on your web browser as well, so you can easily go back and find them at a later date. If you can't explore in person, I suggest renting a car unless you're going to be in a major metro city where you can take the bus or take the subway or take enough Ubers around. You want to be able to drive around or walk around the neighborhoods that look like they're going to be home to you. What you're looking to do here is identify all those things you've tucked in that folder or in that binder. And you want to be able to start to see those in person if possible. You want to see what your average commute may be from certain neighborhoods. You want to see what the schools may be like from certain neighborhoods so that you can start to hone in on your top 2 to 4. That's my recommendation. You need to hone in on 2 to 4 neighborhoods to continue the rest of your search in. If you're looking in every neighborhood around the city, it starts to get overwhelming. You want to do that at first to pick out the top 2 to 4 neighborhoods for your next step, which is you really need to get a great real estate agent on board in your new location. That agent can help you Hone in on those neighborhoods, hone in on those activities that are important to you and where you can find them, and hone in on what type of housing is right for you. Is renting right, and are there enough options there? Or is buying really my best option in this city, and what are my options there? A good agent's going to help you not only navigate that purchase, but navigate your new neighborhood. Now, if you're moving to Washington, D.C. or Northern Virginia, I'd love to help you out. I have a full team ready to go, and we'd love to help you acclimate to your new city in Washington or Northern Virginia. If you're moving somewhere else, we might be able to help you there too. We have colleagues all across the globe, and we'd love to introduce you to one of our experienced professionals in the area that you are moving into. Leave me a note in the comments, get in touch, and I'd love to help you out. The next step is this: find a home. And my point here is this: there's a real heartstring tug that happens if you find a home in a neighborhood that you don't really love. You love the home, but you don't love the neighborhood. So if you can start to identify the 2 to 4 neighborhoods that make sense for you and only look for homes in those neighborhoods, you have a better chance of really being happy right from the start and avoiding buyer's remorse. You have to remember that buying a house is more than buying a house. You are buying into a community. You are buying into an area, and you want it to be a place that you're going to enjoy stepping out into every day. You're not going to stay hoarded up in your house all the time, and especially in a new neighborhood and a new city, you're going to want to meet people and have new experiences and really start to feel at home. So if you can narrow in with your online research or your in-person research or both onto the 2 to 4 neighborhoods that make sense for your life, then your home search becomes much easier. It may sound a little fluffy, like, oh, I don't know that I have to decide all of that now. Is that just a little bit too much? The point in all of this is that once you move, the sooner you've identified all of these things that make your life full, you start to feel like you're at home a whole lot sooner. So now you've narrowed into 2 to 4 neighborhoods, and then you need to find a home. And the decision under this is, do you buy or do you rent? And I think that's a real personal decision. Some people have done enough research, have been able to visit their new location, and they feel really good about purchasing. They also don't want to move twice, which, if you rent, could be something you have to do. Now, there are some short-term rentals in various cities. You may be able to find a short-term rental that is furnished, so you could leave your belongings in storage until you ultimately do purchase. But there may not be that option for you, and you may have to move all your belongings in for 6 months and then all your belongings out. It's something that you're going to want to talk through with your real estate agent. So the last step in that process, your move out plan process, is organizing your move out. You've got to get out to go somewhere new and exciting, right? And moving out is a job in and of itself. I have an entire plan for getting your home ready to sell in 30 days or less. And if you're relocating, that may be all the time that you have. This video goes into a great deal explaining how to declutter, how to stage, how to prep your house so that you can get it sold very quickly, but you also can get it ready to sell very quickly, which again, if you're relocating, you may be short on time. And there are a lot of tips and tricks in that video, but the bottom line here is this: don't take anything with you that you don't love. Now is the time to purge. It's not only going to be great for your sale, decluttering is step 1 when selling your house, but it's also going to be great for your move. The less you have to pack, the happier you're going to be. And there's no need to pack something or store something for a while that you really don't want. There are a lot of places you can find to sell items, and there are a lot of places that you can find to donate items. You might check Nextdoor, you might check Facebook Marketplace, you might check eBay, and there are lots of places where you can upcycle things to other people. There are a lot of places to donate, and some donation centers will even come by and pick up the things that you have, especially if they're larger pieces like furniture. But my advice here is to get it into the hands of somebody who needs it if it's not something that you need anymore. Packing and moving is also its own job, not just getting your house ready to sell, but then the physical part of packing and moving. I just packed and moved myself, so I have a great video on that as well. There are all kinds of cool tips and tricks that I learned in this move that I want to share with you, so make sure you check that out too. Are you relocating to a new city? Tell me how it's going in the comments. Tell me what questions I could answer that I didn't. How could I help you understand your relocation move better? How could I help you with another video related to the relocation process? Let me know in the comments. I'd love to help. Are you new to my channel or have you just not subscribed yet? Make sure you do that too. I post new videos every week on the buying and selling process, and I'd love to have you come along.